Hey, what is up, everyone? So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Omega from the Bad Batch. Now, I know not everyone likes Omega, and that's totally fine. I mean, I didn't hate her. You know, she was not my favorite part of the show by any means, but for the most part, I was okay with her, and I'm pretty happy to have the figure. And of course, it comes in the Galaxy packaging. You got Star Wars The Black Series up top. Through the window, you can see Omega. Comes with her little respirator thing, the rebreather. That's pretty cool. And you got Ruby the Lizard. That's an odd accessory, but it's cute that they included it. And you got the Zygerian energy bow, which I think is pretty neat. Then down here, you have Star Wars The Bad Batch and Omega from Camino. On this side of the box, front window wraps around, and you have Star Wars The Black Series again down there. And there's the side with the artwork. It's a pretty nice picture of Omega, just holding the bow. Shot up here of flying through hyperspace, which is pretty cool because, I mean, her whole life, she was on Camino. She never left. So that's nice that they included that up there. And then you got a little bit of Ruby down here. And this color, this kind of deep red, I think that's nice. There's a small window on the top of the box. And on the bottom, barcode and all this small print. And there's the back. Same picture as the side. Short bio in 5 different languages. Omega is number 10 in this little Bad Batch line, and then you got some more stuff that no one pays attention to. All right, I'm going to get Omega and all these other little things out of the box, and let's take a look at her. Okay, so here is Omega out of the box, and I think I'll start off by just letting y'all know that she's only about 4.5 inches tall. She is little, but she's supposed to be little. You know, she's a kid, so that's accurate. But let's just get a good look at it from head to toe. We'll start up here with the head and face, and you know, this face looks really good. I think it's a good, you know, transitioning from animated to plastic. I think they did a nice job on this. The little thing up here on her forehead's very nice. I think the eyes and the nose and the mouth look fantastic, especially the eyes. I mean, this is a really nice looking face. And I think the hair looks pretty good. I mean, it's very accurate to what we saw on the show. This is a little weird back here, you know, but it's fine, especially from the side. But yeah, from the neck up, I like this. And from the neck down, I mean, this is what she had on Camino. And it's just red, white, and blue. There's not a lot to it. But, you know, you got a little bit of sculpt up here. You know, this little V looks pretty good. Got some little things on the shoulders, a little blue, a little red. Sleeves are kind of a navy blue with some red down here. Looks fine. Some nice wrinkles. That's what the back looks like. Some wrinkles back here. This belt, it's just a very simple belt with some little things kind of sculpted here and there, some little bumps. It's fine, and the coat is sort of split on the side there. Looks pretty good. I like it. And then the pants are just brown pants with some wrinkles just above the boots. I think that looks pretty good. And then the boots are just black boots, but you know, you got some nice sculpted lines in here. I think the tops look good, soles look good. Yeah, from top to bottom, it's actually a really nice looking figure. I mean, it looks just like it's supposed to look. But let's take a look at articulation real quick on Omega. So you do have some side to side at the head. She's got some really good down, some really good up, and she's also got some forward and back at the neck. She's got some pretty good tilt, as well as some side to side at the neck. The arms get up that far, and they can rotate all the way around. She has single elbows that get just a little past 90. There's a swivel at the elbow, a swivel at the wrist. There's a nice up and down hinge on the right, and there's a side to side hinge on the left. There's some swivel at the midsection. She has just a little bit of crunch, some really good back, and some pretty good side-to-side tilt. There's an upper thigh swivel that is completely hidden by this. And this is nice and flexy right here, so the legs can get up that far. They go way back and way out. She has single jointed knees that get a little past 90, and there's a swivel at the knee joint. The feet go down that far. They only go up to about right there, and there is some swivel at the ankle. So I'd have to say, she's got some really good articulation. And as far as accessories, this is the little respirator that she comes with, and I think this is pretty cool. Got some great detail all in here. I think the silver paint looks pretty good. All this in here looks nice. I mean, this is a pretty cool little accessory. And as far as her wearing it, it just fits on her face. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's super stable once it's on there. But yeah, just the shape of this, it just molds to the sculpt of her face, and it stays really well. And I think that looks pretty cool. Of course, I think we only saw this in just one episode, but it is a pretty nice accessory. And there's a good look at Ruby. It's a lizard. It's kind of a feathered lizard. The sculpt is nice. The only point of articulation is at the middle. She has some twist at the middle. The legs are static. The head is static. I mean, it's pretty much just a statue. But it is a nice sculpt. I mean, it does look pretty good. I think the yellow and the blue on the eyes look really good. A little black up here. Yeah, that's That's Ruby. And last but not least, here's the Zygerian energy bow that she comes with. This is pretty cool. I mean, it's a nice sculpt. Now, sadly, it doesn't work. It doesn't collapse and it doesn't move or anything. This comes off for some reason. I can't think of one reason why that would need to come off, but that does come off. So be careful. I mean, that could wind up on the floor. You'll never see it again. Same with this. This comes out. So be careful. That will wind up on the floor and just disappear. But I think the translucent purple is great. I love the detail all in here. I think the handle looks pretty good. It's kind of the same on both sides. It's a pretty cool accessory. And as far as getting her to hold this thing, you can put the left hand right here. So be mindful that the whole bow part is pretty flexible. So just be careful. You don't want to break it. But the left hand will fit there. And then for the right hand, you can sort of hook it back here on that little thing. And she can, yeah, the elbows are pretty good. But you know, she can aim like that from the side, which is not a terrible look. I mean, this bow is almost as big as she is. From the front, it does look a little weird, but from the side, that's not too bad. And if I flex this elbow a little bit more, that's what that looks like. Yeah, from the front, it does look a little funny, but from the side, it's not bad. From that side, it's not bad, but that's about the extent of what you can do with this thing. And if you want to have it down by her side, that looks kind of ridiculous because it's not collapsed. You know, the energy beam is still up here. This is still there. So if you want to have her with this thing, you almost have to have her aiming with it. And, you know, from the side, it's not bad. From the front, it does look a little weird. So I may not pose her with this thing all the time. I may just have her sitting on the shelf, maybe with Ruby next to her. It's unfortunate that they did not engineer this to collapse down, or at least have a second one that is collapsed so you can have it in her hand just down here, you know. But this is what we got. It's a little unruly at times, but I don't know. I think overall, it's still a pretty cute little figure. But there is one accessory that I wish they had included with her, and that is a bag of Mantel mix. They could have easily done that, and you could have her and Wrecker sharing a bag of Mantel mix. That's wishful thinking, but that would have been so nice. And that's what she looks like on the shelf, so I think she scales pretty well with the rest of the crew. Now, of course, Echo's going to go right here, but I think she does look pretty good there. You know, she's a good height. I mean, she's a kid. But yeah, what a good-looking bunch there. I can't wait to get Echo open and put him there. But yeah, that's what she looks like with the crew. And she does sit pretty well, so I could have her just kind of sitting on the edge there if I wanted to, petting Ruby. But yeah, it's actually a pretty nice little figure. Now, of course, you could pose her with Wrecker, you know, just giving him a big old hug, or sitting on Wrecker's arm like that. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, it's not a terrible figure by any means, I don't think. I mean, I think this face is just wonderful. I mean, it's a really, really good-looking face sculpt. And I think the hair looks pretty good. This right here is very nice. Now, of course, the outfit, it's plain, but it's just what she had on Camino, so I'm fine with it. And as far as the accessories, you know, Ruby's cute. You know, it's a cute little thing to have with her, even though it's not her lizard. I think the rebreather, respirator, whatever you want to call it, is pretty cool. I don't know if I'll ever pose her with that, but it's nice they included it. And I think the bow is pretty cool. It's a nice sculpt, great detail in here. The purple's nice. I don't know why this comes off. It's very frustrating. It falls off so easily. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But for me, if I was going to pose her with this, I would have her aiming. She just looks kind of weird just having it down by her side, just the fact that it's open. It's too bad it's not collapsible, but I know that would be very hard to engineer something this small to actually articulate like that, but it's a pretty cool accessory. So I'm pretty happy with this figure overall, but I want to hear from you guys and let me know what you think of Omega from the Bad Batch. And if you like videos on Star Wars The Black Series, please consider dropping a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and please turn on notifications. I'd certainly appreciate it. And I just thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.